Pixie.
Hey.
How do I set up an external WorkView class?
Ooh, good question. Is the external data coming from a database, a Unity script, a Windows Communication Foundation service, or a line of business broker operation?
Yeah, it's coming from a database.
Okay, let's get logged into OnBase Studio, and I'll walk you through how to set that up and use it.
Awesome, thank you.
For this example, I'm going to use an external connection back to the OnBase database. I have here a simple application configured with an object record for each of our employees. One of the attributes in the class identifies the employee's line manager, and I want that attribute to be a dynamic data set consisting of all current line managers as identified by membership in my OB line managers user group. I will create a new class as an external class. I'll call it line managers. I could use either of these first two options when connecting to a database the way I am. If you choose ODBC, this field is looking for a 64-bit data source connection. And you need to tell it which table to point it to. You only get one for each connection. I'm going to use my user account table, and you need to give it credentials. Access and finish. Next, I need to add my attributes. I'm going to add 3, and I happen to know what the column names are for them. So I'm going to name them the same thing as the column names. Because it's an external, you have to reference the data column that it is supposed to be looking at. So, user num, this is an integer. I will also add username. And I'll add a real name as well. So I'm not sure which one I want to use. All right. Now I can add a filter that I'll reference for the data set in the line manager attribute on the employee class. Data set, line managers. I think I'll use real name. Now, since I said I wanted this data set to be a dynamic list of current managers, I need to add a fixed constraint limiting the return values to the members of my line managers user group. I want to point to user num in this case. And group. I don't see anything here, and I should typically when there's a fixed constraint, and that's because I have not yet reset IIS since adding my external class. So let's save this. Close our connection and reset IIS. Connect. Go back to my external class, view the filter, and I can see my values. So now I can go back to the line manager attribute on the other class and attach that filter as a data set. To advanced, new data set, line managers. Pardon me, new filter data sets, line managers, and we'll point it at the line managers filter. Save the changes, and then reset the cache. Now I can log into the Unity client open my application, my employee records, and assign a line manager based on who is currently available. Of note, if you chose ODBC or the other one and decided you wanted to switch to the other option, you can go to modify and you can change to the other one. If I go to local, I can point it at my database and table. That. And it still has access to the same data. And that is how you configure an external class.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. If you have a question that you would like answered on an upcoming question corner, please leave a comment below.